So I've been going through a little bit of a rut, right? You know, I haven't been doing a lot of productive shit. I've been, here and there, everywhere, and it's like, damn, I gotta pick myself back up. I gotta continue to, keep pushing and stuff like that, right? But I always see myself falling back into those like bad habits, those things that I do that don't serve me any good, right? So I'm gonna tell you, if you're dealing with the same struggle, if you're in a rut and you're like, damn, I wanna do some good, but I'm just stuck doing the bad stuff, right? I'm gonna tell you how to, get over it quick and simple, all right? Well, obviously, you're not trying to do the stuff that you don't like to do, right? Start there with the bad habits, right? You want to get rid of your bad habits. Let's say your bad habits are, you know, you're you're drinking too much alcohol, for example. You're smoking weed. You're masturbating. You're eating too much junk food. You're, I don't know, doom scrolling. You're doing those bad habits, and you're just like, damn, I gotta get rid of that because that's a big contributor to why I can't, work on my purpose, figure out my purpose, reflect on myself. I'm too distracted with all of these bad habits that are actively negatively affecting my life. And, you know, they're just like killing my vibrations. They're making it so that I can't work on my purpose. So to get rid of those things, you obviously gotta, understand where those bad habits come from. You gotta understand the triggers that caused you to have those things. Maybe you might, pass by the McDonald's and you're like, damn, I could really use some McDonald's right now. And then you're doing, boom, you're in it. Or you're so bored in your room and you don't know what you gotta do. And then you just start, doing those, you know? Or you just are like, you're just like, damn, I gotta, I gotta hit one, you know? It happens. You got to figure out the root cause, like what causes you to do the bad habit. Then try to make sure that you could like be more aware of it. And the best way to be more aware of it is to look deeper into yourself. You got to understand that all of these bad habits that you do, they're not actually the problem. They're actually just a symptom of the bigger problem, And that bigger problem is just like the fact that you might not be in a great mental state right now. Obviously, if you were in the perfect mental state, you wouldn't be overeating. I'm not saying you can't eat, some fast food and here and there, right? Because we all do, because we're all, you know, we're not all billionaires or millionaires with our private chefs cooking us some good food, right? We always gotta, hit up the Popeyes and all that shit, right? But if you're overeating that shit, it's gonna kill your vibrations. It's gonna kill you, and it's gonna make you less productive on that shit. You gotta start to be more conscious of the fact where your mind is. You gotta be more conscious of that, right? And you're gonna have more time. For example, if you're doom scrolling, you're gonna have more time, right? You gotta push it towards either one of two things. You got to either push it towards the productive stuff, the good stuff, the good habits, the good things to work, or, which I'll explain to you in more detail, is just do nothing. Keep it simple. Do nothing. Just do nothing. All right. And this is gonna be better explained when I explain the second thing that will help you to be more productive and get better and improve your mental, your spiritual, your financial, all of the aspects of your life, right? And it's also getting rid of things slowly but surely, getting rid of things that they don't hurt you, but they don't serve you. They don't do anything for you, right? I'll give you an example that I just, thought of recently for myself, right? A big thing that I do here and there is, I play video games by myself. Not, I'm not talking about like when I play with my friends, because maybe it's cope, but it's not as like, neutral, because I'm spending time with my boys. It's like I have more fun when I play with them than if I play by myself, right? Because when I play by myself, it's mostly because like I have time and I don't want to do work. Maybe I did a lot of work, or maybe I don't want to do work, so I'm procrastinating. So I'm, playing games and shit like that, right? But it's like that is like some could argue it's actively hurting me. I don't think it's actively hurting me, but I'd say it's not serving me any good, right? Compared to like maybe the enjoyment that I might feel if I actually play with someone else. That's just like an example. You got to think about in your life, what are the things that you do? Because we all do so much stuff throughout the day, right? Even if it's not related to work, getting money, pushing, spiritual, mental, healing, praying, blah, blah, blah. There's so much other shit that we do, right? And it's like, we can identify the things that are bad, we can identify the things that are good, but it's like there's also some things that is just like, what's the point of doing them? And if you really want to get better at, your productive side, your mental peace, your clarity, I'd rather you do nothing instead of doing the things that don't serve you. Obviously you don't want to do the things that are bad for you, but specifically for the things that do nothing for you, maybe it's just, watching a TV show that you like watching, and you're just like watching it because other people are watching it, you want to keep it updated, right? Like I know so many people that talk about TV shows like, I don't know, like Stranger Things or whatever. I don't know a bunch of that bullshit. Even the show like Game of Thrones or whatever the fuck, like people watch all of that, and even anime. I'm gonna keep it a bug. Sometimes I would lie about watching anime just to look cool, but honestly, I didn't watch that much anime. I only watched like a few animes, the short ones that were like 12 episodes. Sometimes alone, sometimes with my friends. But I didn't watch no One Piece. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Come on, bro. I know people that do that. That's cool for you, but that's for people that actually do enjoy watching anime. There's people that watch anime just to, seem cool. I'd rather you do nothing than watch anime if you don't actually enjoy it. Because when you're doing nothing, you're actually, actually healing yourself. Not healing yourself, but you're just like becoming more human. We're also just distracted and busy. And people, like even 100 years ago, they had at least 1,000 times more time throughout a week to be alone and just be a person than to, work, social media, gym, workout, eat, poop, they gotta call someone, they gotta go to do some errands. They can't sit and just be human, just look at the sun, look at the stars, look at the sky. Just think about it, because if you're having that time to yourself and you could think about things that will help you to be better at the things that you're doing in your real life, So you just gotta do nothing in those moments when you feel the urge to do the bad habit, or do the habit, or do something that doesn't serve you at all. And ideally, you would rather do the productive thing, but at the bare minimum, just do nothing, because doing nothing in turn will help you to, when you're doing the productive stuff. And stick to the things that actually do give you value and give you enjoyment, happiness, fulfillment. I'm not saying cut out everything that you do. Like you could obviously eat some food here and there in moderation. Make sure it doesn't mess up your gains or whatever. You could play a video game here and there if you actually do enjoy it with your friends. But it's like, if you're doing something and you're reflecting deep down and you're just like, damn, I don't really even enjoy it like that, there's no reason for you to actually be doing it. It might hurt a little bit in the moment, but soon enough you'll realize like, damn, I didn't really even need it. And I'd rather you just do nothing so you could tap in.